welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a colour and chat video, and I'm going to be colouring in this gorgeous picture from Christine Karron's new book. It's not the new book, sorry, it's the Fairy and Fantasy Grayscale colouring book. It's the first book of hers, and the picture that I have chosen, I have already started it. I've only just put one little light layer down, so I will show you what I've done, so you know you've not missed any of it. But I've chose this image because it's a simple image and it's the baby dragon, and I just think it looks absolutely adorable. So I'm going to do the skin tone today with you, and then I think I'm going to do some the rest of the picture in parts. So the next one I'll do a rare. I haven't really decided what colour rare I want to give her yet. I'll have to think on that. But the colours that I'm using are Prismacolor, and I have picked, you know, just me go-to fun, you know, combination. So I've got the Nectar, so we've got Nectar, we've got Peach, light peach, and I'm on my last little bit of that pencil. I'm just wanting to get it used up. I really should get a pencil extender. And then we've got the cream. And then I've just got some of this lavender, just to give her a bit of a cartoony look. I really like doing these pictures in this combination. So what I've done is I've started with my Nectar, and very lightly I've just basically followed the grayscale, and I've left a little tiny bit of a white line down the side of her face, ear and ear, and it's just give her, you know, just to give her a little bit of highlight and glow. And I've gone with a really light layer, and I've just basically followed the grayscale, you know, the grayscale what's already down on the page. So I'm just going to continue with this Nectar doing that in a light layer. But I hope everybody's doing well. It seems like forever since the last time that I managed to sit down and do a colour and chat. I think it was before Christmas, so this is the first one that I've managed to do this year. And I was hoping to get a lot more colouring, you know, a lot more colouring chats out before Christmas, but it were a nightmare. I had a really bad run up to Christmas, you know, I think it was 2 weeks running up to Christmas Day. We had a lot of problems. We had the problems with our taps not turning off on the actual bathtub, and that took about a week to sort out. And then finally, when we got the taps sorted out, our combi boiler went, so we didn't have no gas, and that went. And we had somebody come out for that, and they had to put a complete new combi boiler in, and then, believe it or not, we had the combi boiler put in, so we had gas on for about a week. And then the week before Christmas, my partner had gone to put his gas card, he'd topped up his gas card, and he'd gone to put the gas on, and the meter is under the sink in the kitchen. And because we'd had problems with not being able to turn our tap off, we had a leak, didn't we, from the bathroom, which is directly above the kitchen, and it leaked down the wall, and it's ruined all our paintwork, and it's gone into the sink and underneath the sink, and it's completely wet the you know, gas meter. And we had somebody come out 2 days later, because they couldn't come out till 2 days later, and they said that we needed, you know, a new gas meter and also a new electric meter because they were outdated. So we had to have both of them put in. So not only did our waters go off, you know, the water wouldn't stop, then we had the combi boiler which stopped working. Then we had to have a new combi boiler put in, and then a week later after that the gas meter went, so then we had to have the gas meter and electric meter put in. And it was the day before Christmas Eve, and it were a nightmare because we had all our Christmas trimming boxes down because we were in process of putting them up, and it was just a nightmare. We didn't get our trimmings fully up until Christmas Eve. It was really stressful, but luckily we managed to get it done. We were trying to avoid having anyone in the house because we're in UK and we're still on a lockdown here. and we didn't really want all these different people coming into the house. We did have our masks on and everything, and me and my partner stayed in the living room and let them do their own thing, but it was still a nightmare. But I'm glad it's all done with now, but we have been left with a lot of decorating to do, so we are going to be decorating, you know, quite a few rooms now. And that's what's put off my room upstairs as well, because now we've got to do all them rooms before we get the upstairs done. So it's a nightmare. So I'm just going over areas where I've been with this nectar. But yeah, finally managed to have some time and do a colouring chat today. I did want to do a picture in the new Kirby's book, That Fragile World. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I have seen the first page, which is the snow leopard. I have got a review coming up on my channel. It's not a review, it's just a flip through done with music. But I was going to do a colouring chat with that. But then I watched colouring chat with Sammy's channel, and she did a live on that same page, so I thought I'd just come on here and do a Christina Karron instead. You know, I might do some future colouring chats with it while I'm in my progress of doing page, but I absolutely love the book. Love it, it's so stunning. I think I'm just going to put a little bit of this here as well. And then up across the chin here. And I do want to give a shout out to Kirsty Colouring Sketch as well, because she did a discovery video. I think it was Discoveries of 2020. I think it was like a colouring tag, and she did mention my channel and she said some absolutely beautiful things. So Kirsty, if you are watching this, a big thank you to you. It was absolutely lovely what you said. Absolute brilliant. I was so shocked when I was watching it, and I can't thank you enough for saying that, you know, he said some really nice things. And so I'm just going to be giving Kirsty's Colouring Sketch a shout out. And I'm sure you've already heard of her by now, but if you haven't, I'm going to link a channel underneath this video in the description box, and you can go over and check her channel out if you haven't already. She does some brilliant work. She does mixed media, so she uses pencils and watercolour, and she does a lot of colour alongs, and also she does you know, sketches as well, because she does draw, and they're really good, so definitely go check out her channel out. And I am also going to be doing shout outs in most of my colouring chats now, because I do think it's a really good thing to help other colourists as well, who have, you know, colourists that have just started doing YouTube, even ones that are already, you know, doing really well with the channels. But I think we should all help each other, and I think it's, you know, it's a really kind community. So you will see some more shout outs in my next colouring chat videos. And it's always nice to have that little bit of pick-me-up as well. Right, I'm going to go in with my next colour, which is the peach. So with this peach, I'm just blending it into the actual nectar, but I'm not going over, you know, over the full lot of nectar. I'm not going into this highlight what I've put here. I'm going to leave that white for now. And I'm not using a lot of pressure either. I always do my blending last. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing okay, and especially for everybody that's in UK at the minute, we are still on lockdown. I hope you are all coping well. We have, it seems to be forever, this one, doesn't it, lasting. I really can't wait until, you know, we get back to some kind of normality now, because it's really affected how often I can upload. It's been an absolute nightmare and it seems to have gone on forever. I have been doing okay. I've been like reading a lot, housework, you know, reading, colouring, doing diamond painting, switching it up. And my partner did buy me a Nintendo Switch for Christmas. I was so shocked. He bought me that, and he bought me the Animal Crossing game, and I've been non-stop on it in between, you know, doing what I need to do during the day. I've been constantly on this Animal Crossing, and honestly, I'm so addicted to it. It's really good. So yeah, I've been doing that. And I have ordered a new book as well, because, you know, I do like me Cassandra Clare and me Sarah J Maas, and both of these have got new books coming out. So my partner's ordered me the A Court of Frost and Start, A Court of Silver and Flames, sorry, by Sarah J Maas. And when I get paid, I'm going to order the Chain of Iron, I think it's called, by Cassandra Clare. So I look forward to reading them. But yeah, I really wanted to film more colouring chats, and you know, I wanted to do about 3 videos a week, and I'm really struggling at the moment because I've said this before in my other colouring chats. My partner's here as well. You know, he's not working because of the COVID, so he will be going back to work, you know, once it's finished. But at the minute, his job is got furloughed. And then I was working at the beginning of the pandemic, and then at March, I think it were March, wasn't it? My job come to an end because of it, and since then I've been looking online for something local. So I've been looking and applying, but at the minute, local jobs are a bit hard to get because I do live in a small town. So for any of the normal jobs I'd have to travel, and I don't drive, so I'd have to go on public transport, and at the minute that's a big no. I'm not going to be doing that at this moment in time, not until I know things are improving here anyway. But I'm hoping to get back working soon and get back to normal, because we've both been fighting for space. I've been wanting to do the colouring, or doing me, you know, colouring chats, or just doing filming, and he's been wanting to do his workouts as well. So we've been in this situation for a while now, because there's no room upstairs to do either, because there just isn't. We've got a big double wardrobe in our bedroom, and he's got a big dressing table, but he's got his stuff on it, and you know, lighting's not right clever upstairs neither, and there's no room for him to do his workout upstairs. So we've both been really, not arguing, but wanting the space. Anyway, so we've both been wanting to do our own thing, and it's made it really difficult because neither of us are going anywhere. So we're both in house all the time, and I know it's the same for everybody. But it would be great if I had, like a big massive house, and then I had my own art room. So anyway, I did have plans to get the art room done, because we've got a spare room, and it were going to be all cleared out, and then I were going to make it into my art room. But because of what's happened at Christmas, we've got all these rooms to decorate first. So we've got downstairs and we've got the bathroom to do. We've already started on the bathroom, cleaning it out and everything, and washing walls down. So we've got a lot of work to do, really. Right, so what I've done is I've gone in with the nectar and the peach, and I'm just going to come in with the light peach, and then I'm going to go in with the lavender. I think I'm going to put some more of that nectar just down here, under this eye. But yes, she's absolutely lovely. I love this picture. And apart from that, the only person I do see is my mum and dad, and I don't see them often. And the reason why I do see them is because I am in a bubble with them, but I'm still not going round as much. And I have to do their online shopping. If they do, I have to go fetch them the shopping, and any bills and everything that they have to pay, I have to go and pay it. They can't do it this end, and it's a good job that I'm actually near to them, because they'd have been in trouble after all this time, because it's gone on for quite a few months. But I'm really happy because my dad's managed to get his vaccination today, so I'm really happy about that. So I'm just going to go in with this light peach. I will be going back in with my colours, I always do. So he got his vaccination, and I were a bit worried about it because he got his letter last month, and when he went to book on their site, he couldn't get anywhere local, and obviously he didn't want to travel. He were worried about travelling. I'm just going to go back in with that page. And so I were worried that he were going to miss out on it, but luckily the local GPs rang him up, and he's been to get his vaccine done today, and I think he's had the visa one, and he's actually been alright. He's been alright since he's took it. He's had no side effects or out so far, so fingers crossed he don't have any side effects on it. But yeah, I'm just pleased that he's actually managed to have it done. So I'm just going back in with this peach, just to put some where I've missed this colour down. And then I'm coming in with the light peach. And I'm not worrying about blending yet. You can go over the neck to what you've put down, just to blend over and start blending them lines in if you want with this lighter colour. That's what I always do. But I'm not putting heavy pressure down neither, just so I can get some more colour on top, because I am going to go in with that lavender. I'm literally just getting the shape of that I want, where I want my highlights to be and everything. So I'm just going to fill this little area there, and we'll leave a little highlight on top of her head, just this side of her forehead. And then we'll do the same on this side. Yeah, I absolutely love these books. I got them not long ago. I've got them in the last couple of weeks, and I got this in the second end, and I did the image in the second end, and I absolutely love how it's turned out. I will be showing you it in the finished pages. I don't always do monthly finished pages, but I do them every couple of months, because I am pretty much a slow colourer. So I'm just going to start putting some around here at the top of the lip of this peach. They do make it quite easy though, these, because they are grayscaled, and I think it's really brilliant to practice your skin on if you're not too sure where your dark areas go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come in with some of this lavender. I'm just going to build it up. Fetch it down here. The grayscale as well underneath kind of mutes it out, so it doesn't go on this, you know, the page is strong, especially when you're only putting a light layer down. So I'm just going to build it up around this side of the eye ear, you know, just underneath her eyebrow. And then we're going to fetch some around this cheek, and as you can see, it's not coming on really full on because we've got the grayscale. And just a little bit here, so I'm hardly going with any pressure at all. And then I'm going to fetch some on this inside of the eye and follow that grayscale. And then I'm just going to colour the top of the lid in. And I've left a tiny little highlight here as well. You can see that. Yeah, after I've sat down and done this, I think I'm gonna get changed into my pyjamas and I'm gonna be watching True Blood. I've been re-watching the series True Blood and I forgot how absolute crazy it is. So I think I'm gonna make myself a nice hot chocolate with marshmallows and cream. When I went shopping, I seen them. They had this basket and it had all fresh, you know, tinned cream. And it had the packs of marshmallows. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get that. So yeah, I'm going to sit and make myself a nice hot chocolate topped up with cream. Right, where else am I going to put it? I'm just going to go follow and put some around her eye here. And just at the top of her hairline. So you don't need to go overboard with this colour because you don't want the whole of the face to turn out this colour. Just in them dark areas, and it looks really lovely with the grayscale as well because the grayscale does mute it down a bit. And I think this skin tone really suits like fairy and cartoon type characters. I think it really looks lovely. In my opinion it does. I really like it. I don't know what colour to do her hair though. Yeah, I'm not really sure what colour to do her hair. I think I don't know whether to do a top like a really light blue or pink. I think I might go for pink. And then let the dragon like a purpley pink colour. But then we've got her hair, so I'm not sure what colour to do it. I'll have to see. We'll have to find out what I want to do with her hair. Right, I'm just going to put a little bit more underneath here. So what I'm going to do is just take that light peach again. And I'm going to take the dark nectar and I'm just going to add some more of this darker colour to the bottom of that grey-scaled area because it is quite grey-scaled there. And then go through all my colours, so I'm going to be putting peach and then light peach. And then I'm leaving that highlight. And I'm just taking this light peach as well and I'm just going around the face and colouring in and then leaving highlights where I want them, and that's when I'm going to go in with my cream. And you can use this light peach to go over everything you've coloured in and blend it if you want. I'm just going to fill in this eyelid here as well, what I've missed. Just with this purple. And fetch it up with a little bit of harder pressure into that highlighted area. The grey scaled area, just above the eye I meant, sorry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some underneath her eye as well, so right underneath her lash line. And same goes for the opposite eye. Yeah, and I'm really happy with her, how she's turned out. I think she's really cute. So I'm going to go in with the cream now, and I'm just going to fill in all the white, because in my opinion, we don't have white faces. We haven't got white highlights, have we? And you can go back and forth with this as well if you're not happy with the outcome, but I quite like how she's looking. So with this cream you can put a harder pressure on to blend into any lines that you've got, if you've got any harsh lines. So I'm just going to blend this area up a bit because I haven't really blended it in. If you want to go back in with your purple afterwards and darken some areas up as well. But I'm just going to blend this nectar out a bit more. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how she's turning out. I think she's looking quite lovely. I really like her. I'm just going to put a little bit more of this colour here because I've kind of muted it out with that cream. And then here, in with that cream. Right, so I will now go on about matching a neck. So I'm going to start off with my nectar and I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the face. And I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit just so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go over all the areas with the light pressure, just where it's grayscaled. She's really grayscaled here underneath her, just underneath her chin. Right, I'm just going to go in with the peach now. I really like how these Prismacolors are working on this paper as well. It's letting me it's letting me layer and blend. I'm getting quite a few layers with them, and because they are nice and soft as well, they're going on paper really nice. Right, so before I go any further, I'm going to come in with that lilac. And I'm just going to leave this little bit highlighted. Going to fetch some down here just to break up that square because she's looking kind of, too square. Just going to blend that out. Some white peach. And go back in with that lilac. As you can see, she's really dark underneath this bit. You're not going to take that grayscale out with pencil. So I'm just gonna go in with the light peach and just see what I'm wanting, you know, where I'm wanting to put my highlights. Just to get that squareness off of her. I'm just going to leave a little highlight there and a little, you know, a more of a subtle highlight there. And then I'm going to go back in with my colours to deepen her up. So I'm just going to do the whole process again, just to make her a little bit more darker. Yeah, that's what I do with my skin. I just do the light layers first, and then it lets me build the shape of the colours. So once I've got my layer of colours down and built my shape, you know, shape, and then I know where I want to darken it up. And I find it easier that way. And then it lets me do that because I'm only putting light layers down. Whereas if I went on, you know, full pressure, it's going to be really dark and you're not going to be able to lay your colours out, as you're not going to be able to build them colours on top as much. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to come in with the peach now, and with this peach I'm just going to start going over the nectar with an harder pressure and then lighter towards the highlight, if that makes sense. So I'm going over the nectar I've put down and I'm using an harder pressure, but as soon as I'm coming into highlighted area I'm using a soft pressure. That way it's blending everything out as well. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm quite happy with that. Right, I'm going to take my light peach now and I'm just going to blend this over everything so you can really smooth out everything with this light peach. And I'm putting a little bit of more of a pressure on now as well. And I'm just taking this light peach and filling in this highlight here. And then I'm going in with my cream. So now I've done that, I'm going to go in with my lavender, and I'm just going to deepen up, you know, where I've blended over with this lavender. And I'm only putting a light layer down on it, just to get a bit more deeper colour down. And that's it. We've just got the hands to do. Yeah, I think I've just about watched every TV programme going now, so I decided to re-watch True Blood. I like Mad like that. If you know, if you haven't seen it, it's like a vampire programme. But I really like it. I just think it's absolutely nuts. My partner likes it, and we've been re-watching that. And what else have we watched lately? I think I've watched all Supernaturals. We were watching that Mandalorian, do you know, that with that baby Yoda, is actually got a name now, Grogu I think it is, but I just call him Baby Yoda. He's so cute. But yeah, I'm like completely lost on what to watch next, because I've been watching everything. So I've been reading, diamond painting, colouring, you know, going for walks, and you know, job searching, and but there's only so much you can do, isn't there? But I've been trying to keep really busy. Well, let me have a look at her. Yeah, I really like how she's turned out. So I'm going to go and do her hands now. So I'm just going to move her up a little bit so we can concentrate on her hands. So I think I need some more TV programmes to watch. So again with the nectar, and we have got the grayscale as well, so I'm just going to follow the line and leave an highlight at the top of her hand here. I love how she's put that in. So it's give you that opportunity to, you know, leave the highlights on the face. So if you do ever come across line art, you know that you can do that with this style face, and it's going to fetch your face out when you're colouring it. Kind of fetches a face off at page. Yeah, I think she's definitely going to be a top pink and then the dragon purple. I have actually got some glitter pots as well. I ordered that Novo glitter, and I've ordered a couple of pots of them, and I think I might do something with background. I don't know whether I'm going to... I could even use metal... I don't know whether I'm going to do that or not. You know, like metallic paint inside of here. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see what I'm doing with that. Or I could just colour her in. I don't want to ruin her with the metallic paint, because I have noticed that sometimes when I'm using it, you know, even the watercolour paint in large areas, it tends to go a little bit blotchy. So I'll have to think what I'm going to do. So I'm just putting this nectar down where her knuckles are. Right, I'm just going straight in now with the peach. I know I'm going to stick some glitter on there. So I'm just creating a little shape, and then I'm going to go in with that lavender and just put that round where I've put the nectar on all dark areas. Yeah, I do think I might use blue thorough rare because I think it's going to go with the pink and purple. Right, I'm just going to take some of that light peach now. And I'm going over everything here, and I'm using quite an hard pressure just to blend it all in. And where this slight highlight is just at the edge of her hand, I'm only going in there lightly. And then I'm going to leave that highlight in the middle of her hand as well, where I'm going to add some cream. Yeah, I think that's looking quite okay. So we'll put some cream in there. And then I'm just going to go in with the lavender to put some of that colour on the top, just so we've got, you know, the colours actually sticking out. Because when you do blend it all, it does mute the colour a bit when you go over it. And I want it to match your face. And there we go. I don't want to go too overboard with her, but I'm quite happy with how she is. So I'm just going to do the same on this hand here. If you have got any suggestions on this background for me, definitely put it in comments. I really, if you have got any suggestions on background, definitely put it in comments. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the background. I don't even know. I might just do it yellow, like a pale yellow, with some glitter. I think actually that would look nice. So I'm just doing this hand and it's pretty much all in shadow. We've got this highlight here, so I'm going to go in with the peach. I have actually missed some of the thumb there, so I'm just going to go back with the nectar, just in that little bit of area. Then I'm going to come in with the lavender. See, I can do the hands quicker. I always tend to take more time on the face, just so I don't mess it up. Right, so I'm going to come in now with the light peach. And smooth everything out, sorry. And then we're going to put the cream where the highlight is. And then we're going to go back over with this lavender, because the hands are pretty dark. And then I'm going to take my light peach and I'm just going to fetch it in a little bit, just at the bottom here, just to make that highlight a bit shorter. That's better. Yeah, that's it. I think I am actually really satisfied with that. You can't see any of her ears. And that is part one. So what I'm going to do is, the next one I do, I will be concentrating on her hair, and I'm sure I'm going to go for some kind of light blue, rather that or blonde. I will have to, you know, I'm going to make my mind up before I come on next time. I just think blue would look nice with her. I'll have to see. But if you have got any suggestions, please pop them, you know, in comments. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you all next time in part 2.